What's up, guys? It's your girl Patricia. Thank you so much for joining me today. If this is the very first time you visited my channel, welcome. I'd love to see you back, so don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. A few of you guys have told me that you guys have missed my past few videos. YouTube be tripping. So if you like to know when I upload a video, then hit the notification bell next to the subscribe button. Also follow me on Facebook. I post everything that I post or upload here on Facebook, and that gives you two ways of knowing when your girl is uploading. So but if not, Mondays and Wednesdays around 3 p.m. is when I upload these videos, so catch me then. Okay. I felt attacked in these chapters. If you didn't know, we are reading The Obstacle is the Way by Ryan Holiday, The Timeless Art of Turning Trials into Triumph. I will leave the link down below, and we'll talk about a few of the chapters under part 1, which is entitled Perception. And then we're going to finish up part 1 next week. Okay, that's how we're going to do it. Yes, I felt a little attacked because a lot of the things and themes in this section really hit home for me. If you've missed the past few videos, you probably want to get caught up. We're changing things around here on this channel, and I'm really excited about it. You guys seem to be really excited about it, and yeah, let's get right into it. So these few chapters still under the theme of perception, more so talk about the objectivity, remaining objective part about it, how sometimes we stay too close to what has happened, and we assign a perception to it. Like the book talks about it perfectly. There is the situation, then there's how we feel about it, and a lot of times we put it together. Like, this happened and this is bad. The objective part is that it happened. Perception part of it is that it's bad. He says the phrase "this happened and it is bad," like I mentioned earlier, is actually two impressions. The first, "this happened," is objective, and the second, "it is bad," is subjective. Two impressions. And only one of them is real, really. And that's the crazy thing, because so quickly does our perception become reality. If that's the case, we have to choose the right perception. This book talks about a boxer from the 60s that was falsely accused of homicides and was thrown into jail, and talks about his how he was not discouraged by his situation, rather took that energy and threw it into getting himself out. And he successfully did. And though he was in prison, he did not see himself as a prisoner. Though he was confined, he didn't see himself as powerless. And personally, that's something that really hit me. And I think that's something that I have to personally work on. I don't know about you guys, that sometimes, I can get discouraged because I feel a situation looks a certain way. In the Recognize Your Power chapter, it says, "This can't harm me. I might not have wanted this to happen, but I decide how it will affect me. No one else has that right." And that is so true. You can't control what happens. And sometimes, if you could, there are certain things that wouldn't come your way. But you decide how you feel about it. You decide how you see it. You decide how it affects you. Later on, it says, "We will decide what we will make of each situation, each and every situation. We decide whether we'll break or whether we'll resist. We decide whether we'll accept or reject. No one can force us to give up or to believe something that is untrue, such as that a situation is absolutely hopeless or impossible to improve. Our perceptions are the thing that we're in complete control of." The idea that you're powerless, the idea that I'm powerless, is totally false, because I do have control over one thing, and that is me, how I see things. 2 years ago, I believe we read the 4 agreements together. Right? If you missed those videos, you should check them out. This quote right here really reminded me of that book. This is on page 23. And it said, "Just because your mind tells you that something is awful or evil or unplanned or otherwise negative doesn't mean you have to agree." When we talked about agreements in that book, what do you agree with, right? That could have been another title of this video. What do you agree with? And sometimes I fall into the wallowing. I'm not gonna lie to you. I struggle with that. It's something that I feel is big or insurmountable, or something that I feel like I don't have the control in, like I don't have control of the outcome. Yeah, I struggle with that. These chapters have taught me that I'm not powerless and I'm not a victim. So here's in the book where I really felt attacked. This is on page 29 and on page 30, where he says, as Gavin DeBecker writes in The Gift of Fear, when you worry, ask yourself, what am I choosing to not see right now? And then the next page it says, if an emotion can't change the condition or the situation you're dealing with, it is likely an unhelpful emotion or quite possibly a destructive one. No one said anything about not feeling it. No one said you can't cry. If you need to take a moment, by all means, go ahead. Real strength lies in the control, the domestication of one's emotions, not in pretending they don't exist. When he said, if an emotion can't change the condition or the situation you're dealing with, it is likely an unhelpful emotion or quite possibly a destructive one, I felt attacked, because often I do feel like, oh, I have the right? A lot of us feel that way. I have the right to feel upset. I have the right to feel betrayed. I have the right to feel sad. I have the right to feel. Yes, you can experience those, but are they helpful though? Do they change anything though? Like at the very, very end of the day. And I was like, oh, Brian, did you have to get me like that? Did you have to get me like that? There's a cleansing that needs to happen when you get those emotions out. But then once they're out, move them to the side and keep going. By the way, guys, I have my robe on. I actually have a blouse underneath because I'm headed to work. I do have to lecture today, so I can't spend too much time with you guys. So I do have to get out of here soon. But I really felt attacked. And I was like, this right here is for me. Yes, I can feel emotions, but once I have felt them and that cleansing has happened, rid myself of them in a sense. I know it sounds dramatic, but rid myself of them and push forward. What do I do now? That's what I have to ask myself. What do I do now? Right? Now that this has happened, now that this is here. My advice to you is to remain objective. And if you want to assign a perception, assign the right one. See it through the eyes of faith and not fear. See it through the eyes of perseverance and not giving up. The fact of the matter is, you're still here, and it didn't kill you. The book talks about that, I believe, in one of the chapters here. It didn't kill you. You're still here. What are you going to do now? The choice is ours. We do have power in this situation, and that's encouraging. So anyway, those are my thoughts on these next few chapters. Again, we are under part 1, where it talks about perception, and we're all the way up to, is it up to you? So we'll be probably talking about live in the present moment, and probably just finishing out part 1 of perception in next week's video. So if you haven't purchased the book already, go ahead and do that. And I will see you guys next week. I hope, well, next Monday actually, but we'll probably talk about this book on Wednesday. All right. I hope you guys are well and in good spirits whenever it is that this video meets you. And I will see you guys Monday for another video. And as always, God bless.